Hi, Steve here. I just want to do the 2018 review, and I'm doing mine totally different. All my CDs, or most of them, ain't 2018 releases. The reason why I've decided to do it this way is because if you ever look on everybody else's channel, like Cloudy, Scott, everybody's done a review of 2018. I thought it would get a bit repetitive. So what I do is I'd do mine different, and I'm going to do the CDs or the records that absolutely blew me away in 2018. For the simple reason is you buy a record and you listen to it, you think, oh yeah. Then you'll buy a record and it has the back of the hairs raised up on your neck, and you just think, man, this is absolutely awesome. Why did I discover them a few years back? So that's what I thought I'd do. I just couldn't see the point of holding up Metal Church, Judas Priest, Saxon. No disrespect to anybody else who's done it, but it just wasn't for me. So what I've done is I've spent the last 3 days going through about over 1,000 CDs and pulling out the best CDs I either purchased last year or absolutely blew me away last year in 2018. And I've come up with 11, I think, to represent as a representation. Now what I've done also is I've only picked one of their albums to show. Some of them are new releases, but I've been listening to a lot of their albums, so this is just sort of a new release to show you. But I have been sort of playing all their other albums like nuts. Another thing I've decided not to do, there won't be anything sort of really popular, like if you think they're going to be Iron Maiden, Wasp, Priest, that sort of stuff, forget it. I've been listening to that stuff since 1980, and all these CDs have a little story behind them. A lot of them are new discoveries as well, so I thought it'd be more interesting to do that. I've been thinking this year I might stop buying Dio CDs and stuff like that, and concentrate on more of the rarer stuff, or have a sort of criteria for me collecting and only buy CDs I never heard of before, or doing something a bit different this year, because I think it's going to save me a lot of money, and also it'd be more surprise for me, because as I say, I've been listening to Iron Maiden since they started and Saxon since they started, and I mean I love these bands to bits, but I'm just in a state of my collecting where I want to listen to new stuff. Every time I want to go to the stereo, I just don't want to put a Dio CD on, I just want to put the old Iron Maiden or AC/DC and that sort of stuff. So without any further ado, here we go. The first one I've chosen, it's for the best band that I never thought I would get into, and that's Thin Lizzy. I've been playing this and it's just blown me away. When I went back in the 70s, obviously I remember Thin Lizzy and also Mark Bolan, and I love Mark Bolan, but I never ever got into Thin Lizzy. Aaron Metal Theologian, he did a good description on his channel of Thin Lizzy, and he sort of echoed what I've always thought about them, and I've spent the last sort of year rediscovering them, and they're just absolutely amazing. I'm really glad I did rediscover them, and they're just absolutely brilliant. I can't fault them, and that's me band I thought I'd never rediscover, and I've actually discovered it this year. Now I could have picked out hundreds and hundreds of CDs for this, Helix, all sorts, but as I say, I've got it down to about 11. So if I've missed any out, please forgive me. Also, stick some comments down below if you agree with me or disagree with me or whatsoever. The second album was from Sweden, and this is Greg the Egg's recommendation, and this made it for me because it was so good. First listened to, and I absolutely loved it, and that's this band. It's Enforcer, and it's called Diamonds. Another band from Canada I will be checking out in 19 is Cauldron, and I will definitely be checking out their stuff, but this is my band. It's the Enforcer, and it's just really good. It's in one of those digipacks or whatever you're called, and that's what it looks like inside. But it was a really good record. I'm sorry about the light, but really good record. Blew me away. Now my next one it'll be this album sort of. In fact, I'll leave this one because this album's definitely a top 3 album. That blew me away, so I've just got them in the wrong order. Another record I really liked this year, and it's a recent addition to the collection, and I must have played it about 15 times. I've only had it about a month, and it's this record by Dee Snider. I'm not going to say the title for obvious reasons, but it's just awesome. It's got all the massive Twisted Sister hits on, some of his solo hits and all sorts, and it's just a cracking CD. I just love them all. Burning Hell. He's just absolutely brilliant, and the quality is absolutely fantastic as well. You just can't fault the quality. And so I must have played this over 10 times. But this is definitely a highlight of my year. Old Dee Snider. I remember I remember him from 1980, 81, and my nan, God bless, who's long dead. She used to freak when she saw him. I'll never forget it. And that's when he was like Twisted Sister Vintage, the first album. And when she saw it, she just totally freaked. But yeah, this is definitely on the list this year for me. Dee Snider. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. My next album is from a band from Nottingham, England, and it blew my head off. If you watched my previous videos, I could have gone and seen a lot of these bands in Nottingham, but I was too young by a few months. But this band is Sabbath, or how you want to pronounce it. If you're into your thrash metal, this is just awesome. 10 out of 10 plus. You can't fault it. This is the record I bought, and I've played this one non-stop. I've also got the second album as well. I'm after the third one. I haven't looked for that one yet. This one is just absolutely 10 out of 10. Just brilliant thrash metal. And if you haven't discovered them yet, please do. They're just awesome. Nottingham, like when I was a kid, we used to go and watch Nottingham Forest, because I used to live in a place called Boston in Lincolnshire. And I used to go up to Nottingham Forest and watch them. But I was always a Reading supporter in the heart. It's in the blood. I watched most of the... I think Greg asked me a few weeks ago. But Nottingham Forest in them days were the top team in the country, because he had Brian Clough, and I stood 10 feet away from Cloughie. But I did see Forest play all the teams in the country, the Man U's, Liverpool's, you name it, I saw them. But it was a brilliant experience when I was a lad. Excuse me. Now, the next album is a new discovery for me. I only came to the party last year, and I bought one for Christmas, but this is the one I'm going to hold up. This is Blind Guardian. Absolutely love this band. Awesome. I got this one. This is Best Of, or Live Beyond Spheres, or whatever you called it. I hope I got a sneaky feeling I might have duplicated myself, but I hope not. But yeah, got this album to show. I've got a sneaky feeling that's when I bought at Christmas, but I'm sure I'm wrong. Yeah, this is the Blind Guardian. It's a band from Germany. And again, it's just awesome power metal, whatever you want to call it, metal. Yeah, I'll give this one a 10 out of 10 as well. I've been playing this one a lot as well. And amazing. I don't think I'll collect their records. I think Best Of is enough for me. It's not a band I want to pursue and sort of collect all the records and get sort of anarchy all over about them, you know what I mean? But I think a Best Of and one live in concert, that'll do me. I'm happy with that. Here's me sounding like Metal Mickey now. Now, my next one is from Canada, Greg the Egg. Another one of Greg's recommendations, and I would never have discovered this band if it hadn't been for Greg. This is the Headpins. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 blow your head off album. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know too much. I think they're still going. They've got a different lead singer. Greg will correct me if I'm wrong below. But I play this record all the time. Just out of this world, rock, metal, whatever you want to call it. Just awesome, brilliant. And yeah, that's the back side of it. I'm not going to show them too much because I want this video going on until the afternoon. And I apologise about the light. We are having unusually warm weather here. I've got a feeling it's a prelude to a huge snowstorm. But yeah, this is one of Greg's recommendations, the Headpins. Definitely a 10 out of 10 plus record. I love it. I keep playing it as well. And when I tend to play them, it's the last record at night. It's a choice of either the Headpins or the Rolling Stones, and that's what I listen to it right at the end. I don't want to sort of bang the neighbours up or disturb them. The next record is one from Kevin, Metal War God, his channel is. This album's absolutely awesome. It's got a great female vocalist, and this one definitely goes on my list this year. And this is Grave Shadow. I believe these are from California. Forgive me if I'm wrong. They're from America anyway, I know that. And this is their 2018 album. Now, I got this album from an avid watcher of Kevin's channel, but everybody I've recommended this album to on Facebook has blown them away. I put it on another group I belong to, and I had this girl, she said one of the best albums she's heard. It's just mind-blowingly awesome. It's brilliant. I'm not into this sort of music, so there's a lot of it about, and it all sounds the same to me, but this CD's got just that extra little quality about it, if you know what I mean. And it's definitely a 10 out of 10. But I hope they come to the UK. But this is a band called Grave Shadow, and it's just got an amazing cover on it as well. Great artwork. Now, the best album, this is their new album, but I want to give this band a mention, because it's another band I'm pretty new to the party with. I'm just having a look at the timings. We're going to 11 minutes territory now, and this is Grave Digger. Absolutely, this CD, I played it last night. It's on the Heart of Metal. That's a good Facebook page we're all a member of. But this was on last night. I played it twice, and it's just brilliant. You've even got zombie noises that are so realistic. But I must admit, the start was a bit funny. I thought, here we go. But when you get into the record, it just gets better and better and better. And it's got some great zombie noises in it. And this is a brand new Gravedigger album. And yeah, I just love this band. It's funny, I've just pulled out 5 of their CDs. I've got 5 more to play. So yeah, you can't go wrong with Gravedigger. They're another German power metal, heavy metal, whatever metal you want to call it. But yeah, definitely go for the Gravedigger. We're getting near the end of my sort of 2018 top 10. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. The next band is another band from Germany. And yeah, that's about the right order. It's alright, I had a bit of that out of order there. But this is another band I've enjoyed this year. Greg the Egg sent me one of their CDs, and I just wanted to show you this album as a representation of their work. And this is the Accept. I bought this maybe just before I went away, and it has not come off the turnstile. It's absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. If you like symphonic metal, it's sort of, except the first few tracks, they're just sort of plain normal, then it all goes all symphony on you. And what I love about this this record, is they let the symphonics and the guitars go. He doesn't try and sing over it or do anything stupid. And it's a 10 out of 10 album. Really love it. It's one of these albums. It's like these, what they call it, atmospheric albums. You can sort of just lay back in the evening. It just boom, it just carries you away somewhere. I don't know where yet, but it'll carry you away somewhere. But this band's definitely on my list for 2018. You can see the quality this year, because I could have gone for Tyson Dog, Tokyo Blade, Metal Church, Judas Priest, Saxon. Alice Cooper's got a new live version to Paranormal out, I believe. So yeah, so that could have, hopefully gone. There's so many albums I could have chosen. It was very, very difficult. As I said, it's taken me 3 days to do this, so I hope you're agreeing with my choices. My next band, again, is another American band, and it blew me away. This is another Kevin Metal War God recommendation, and this is Night Demon. This is a live album. I believe they've got a couple of albums out, but I went for the live album. It's called Live Darkness, and it's just brilliant heavy metal. It's like, if you're into Maiden, Saxon, Priest, Diamond Head, and bands like that, I've read that off the sticker, folks. I'm not getting cleverer. That's sort of your cup of tea. I absolutely was blown away by this band. The riffs are second to none. The singing's good. It's just a brilliant band. But yeah, definitely go for some Night Demon. You can't go wrong. And yeah, 10 out of 10. Now, we get my throat starting to go, and I've got the top 2 albums of 2018 for me, or the top 2 bands I've been listening to, and they've absolutely blown me away. And I think you can guess the last one, and Scott can anyway. And that's this band, Biogenesis. Absolutely phenomenal, Scott. Thanks for hooking me up with this and putting me onto this band. They're absolutely 10 out of 10. You can't fault them. And it's like prog rock, prog metal. It's got an organ in it anyway. That's the keyboard type. I'm not talking about anything rude. But yeah, it's just a brilliant CD. I haven't got round to playing this because I flipped a coin last night. And I thought, should I go for some German metal or should I go for some Biogenesis? So unfortunately, this one will definitely get played today. But yeah, it's just an amazing 10 out of 10 CD. You can't go wrong with this band. And got a great cover of Land of Confusion. And this is, I believe, the second CD. But if you buy the vinyl album, you get even more tracks. But yeah, brilliant CD. So I've held this one up because I could have gone for another one. And the last one, and this album, I must have played about 40 times this year. And this is a whole spurt. Hello, Rene in Spain. I really love Rene because every time it's freezing cold over here, I keep getting videos on my Facebook feed of him sipping beers in the sun with palm trees and stuff like that. So it's making me jealous. And we're looking over here, and it's sort of like tipping down with rain, and we can see frost on the ground. Come on, Rene. Anyway, this is a Rene recommendation. And this is by far the best CD I've had this year. It's amazing. I must have listened to it about 30-40 times. It's by a band called St. Elmo's Fire, and the record's Evil Never Sleeps. If you don't believe me, check it out on YouTube. I got it from a German label, and it's a 2008 issue. I remember them from back in the day, because I believe I was watching Rene's channel, and the name rang a bell with me, because I'm sure I heard of him when they was, I think it was late 80s, early 90s, I could be mistaken. But this album is just killer. It's not a bad track on it, and you know you're going to get a heavy metal album from track 1, We Will Not Die. It's easily by far the best record I've had of 2018. And thanks, Rene. But there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. And that's the track listing off me record there. And you can't. I've never seen this one commercial. But I believe you could buy it from Pure Steel Records. That's in Germany. It didn't cost that much either. And it's just absolutely phenomenal. It just blows the top of your head off. Sort of good, you know what I mean? And it's definitely a recommendation for 2018. Anyway, folks, I apologise about the light. But I'm not moaning because we don't get sun like this time of year. Usually it means there's some really bad weather on its way. And I see light round here, so I'm going to call it a day now. But I hope you've enjoyed this channel, and please be kind to each other and like and subscribe and all that. I've never asked people to subscribe to the channel because it's probably crap anyway, but if you do, please subscribe and like and whatever, and I'll see you soon. And I hope you've enjoyed me roundup. I'm sorry about this, but the light's starting to get funny. Bye.